in this session, let's talk about artificial insemination. So let's look at the definition first here. So it is introduction of semen into the reproductive tract of female by other than the natural mating process. So the natural mating process will involve the male directly, and it will, with the help of its reproductive organ, is going to inseminate the female with the help of its reproductive organ. Now any other procedures we use to transfer this semen from the male into the female, we call all those procedures, they will come under artificial insemination. Right. Now in this process, where we will be using this artificial insemination, so there are certain conditions we can use. In those conditions we can use this artificial insemination. Right. Now let's take an example in the case of a dairy farm. So in dairy farm, we like to increase the herd size, means the number of females should increase, right? And there is no need of male, but to increase the herd size, the females must be inseminated. Now in this case, most of the dairy farmers do not like to maintain the male, as the males will be cost effective, and means it requires a lot of money to maintain the males, and there are several other problems in maintaining the male. And moreover, the males, if they directly mate with the female, and if they have any diseases like STDs, then they can transmit it to the female, and the loss of the female is a loss to the dairy farm. So for that purposes, so like this, we have so many conditions where the males are maintained separately, and the superior males from which we are going to collect the semen, and that superior males need not be present nearby, so they can even present somewhere, even in case of other countries. From that other countries also, the semen of the superior male can be brought to India. Right. Now they collect semen from a superior male. So after collecting the semen from the superior male, they are going to store the semen at minus 196 degrees Celsius in liquid nitrogen. So here, storing the semen at minus 196 degrees Celsius in liquid nitrogen is a process called cryopreservation. So this is called cryopreservation. So the storing semen at minus 190 degrees Celsius in liquid nitrogen is actually called cryopreservation. Right. Now when the female comes to the estrus period, so we know the non-primates will be exhibiting the estrus cycle, and the cows also belong to the same category. Right. Now I'm taking example of cows here. Now when that cow comes to estrus cycle, now whatever the sperms that are collected from the superior male will be introduced into the reproductive tract, okay, where naturally the fertilization takes place, and further, okay, pregnancy will continue in the female here, okay. And the semen can be stored for a very long time, okay, in this procedure. Now, okay, that's one point here. Now let's see whatever the points which I have told earlier. So why we need to carry out these artificial inseminations, right? Some advantages of, okay, AI. So that's what in short I'll be calling it AI, artificial insemination, okay. Now let's look at some advantages of AI, right? So buying costly, okay, sires. So here sires are males, and these can be avoided. So we need not buy, okay, the males and maintain them. So that's one advantage of artificial insemination. The next one, okay, so here most male animals are aggressive. So means they are very angry and they can attack, okay, including the female or anyone, okay, due to some conditions, okay. And also costly, right? So here maintaining, I mean most animals, I mean most male animals, they are aggressive, and also maintaining them is costly, okay. So because of these reasons, right, most of the what I call, like in case of dairy farm, the farmers like to go for artificial insemination, okay. Then the another one, okay, through natural mating process, okay, many diseases, okay, can pass on to the females, okay. And this can be avoided in the artificial insemination, okay. And this is avoided in artificial insemination, okay. And even bringing the males from some other countries or some other places, okay, and if they have some kind of diseases, then those diseases will be introduced into the place where actually it has been brought, okay, into. So those all things can be avoided, okay, with the help of this artificial insemination. Now let's look at with another concept, okay, embryo transfer, right. We'll see now about multiple ovulation embryo transfer. In short, we call it MOET, multiple ovulation embryo transfer. So this multiple ovulation embryo transfer will actually help in increasing the herd size with a very short period of time, okay. So I'll mention here MOET helps in increasing, okay, herd size in a short time. So in short time you can increase the herd size. So So how is that possible? Okay, now let's see in this method. Okay, now for this process a superior female is chosen. Now I'll be taking example mostly in the case of right dairy farm, as I told earlier. Okay, we'll be choosing a superior female. A superior female is a one that has a good characters like ability to resist the disease and ability to give a very good yield of milk, both quality as well as quantitatively. Okay, so now after choosing a superior female, so this will be, okay, injected with, the superior female is injected, okay, with the FSH like activity. So we are going to inject with the, okay, FSH like activity hormones. So we know here these FSH hormones, the follicle stimulating hormones, are the one who will be responsible for, okay, follicular maturation and also ovulations. So let's see here, I just mentioned it. So FSH like activity, okay, helps in follicular maturation and also another one called super ovulation. Okay, so here the meaning of super ovulation is in natural process. Okay, when this FSH is released from the pituitary gland, normally in the female, it will actually help in, of course, the follicular maturation, and only one egg will be released. Now, okay, as you are injecting this one, it will result. So okay, the quantity of FSH is very high. So due to the FSH quantity which is injected into the female, okay, is more than the natural quantity which is produced in the female itself. So for that purpose, instead of only one egg, okay, it will be releasing more than one egg, maybe around 6 to 8 eggs. And because of that, okay, as more eggs are produced, we call this super ovulation, right? So after choosing the superior female, okay, we are going to inject with the FSH like activity hormone, and this results in, okay, super ovulation. So I told super ovulation is a, okay, process in which instead of one egg it releases, okay, 6 to 8 eggs are released. So it releases, okay, 6 to 8 eggs. Now, okay, these 6 to 8 eggs, once it's released here, okay, the superior female is artificially, okay, inseminated. So we can go for even natural mating process also, there is no problem. Okay, if we have a thorough checkup on the male and we know, okay, the conditions of the bull and everything, we can even go for the natural, okay, mating process also. Now after the super ovulation, right, the superior female will be inseminated. So the sperms will be released into the female reproductive tract. So once that is finished, then, okay, it results in fertilization. So, okay, so fertilization of, okay, all these 6 to 8 eggs occurs. So after insemination, the fertilization of all these 6 to 8 eggs takes place. So once the fertilization is completed, okay, it results in, of course, the zygote, and the zygote starts dividing and results in the formation of okay, the next embryonic conditions. So it finally, when it comes to 8 to 32 celled stage, okay, right? So we know here it's the zygote, and the zygote starts dividing to form, okay, two cell, okay, stage, right? And then of course these two are blastomeres, what we call them, and then it results in formation of, okay, 4 celled, 8 and 16, it goes on. Now at 8 to 32 cell stage, when they come here, okay, so of course these are the one what we call them, okay, embryos. So at this stage, okay, the embryos, okay, are collected from the superior female, okay, non surgically, means they are going to, okay, remove these embryos from the superior, okay, female, not by doing any surgeries. So that's what I use the word non-surgically. So no need to do any surgery to remove these embryos from the female, okay, with the help of okay, some instruments like catheters will help in, right, collecting these embryos, okay, all. So if it has released okay, 8 eggs, then it will form 8 embryos. So those 8 embryos at this 8 to 32, okay, celled stage, we are going to remove it, okay. So once we have collected those embryos, these embryos will be now, right, uh, kept into another females, okay. Say suppose here I have, okay, made ready some females here. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, okay, say suppose, okay, 7 or 8, how many, whatever. So these are normal females. So these are all, okay, normal females, I mean they are not superior, okay, females. Now all these females, okay, so normal females at, okay, the estrus stage, so they are all at, okay, in the estrus stage, and they can receive, okay, the sperms from the male. So the reproductive cycle of these normal females should match with the reproductive cycle of the superior female. So if you collect these eggs and these are not in estrus, okay, stage, then it is the further pregnancy will not be possible. So for that reason, the reproductive cycle of these females and the superior female should match, okay. So now these embryos, okay, so each of this normal female will receive one embryo, okay. So one embryo into this female, another embryo into this female, okay, and like this I am going to, okay, introduce all those embryos, okay, into the each one into the female. Now these are the one who actually become pregnant, okay, so pregnancy, and later they give birth to the young ones, right? Clear this one. So these normal females who are actually not, right, the actual mothers, I call them as, okay, surrogate mothers. So these are all, okay, the surrogate mothers. They're not actual mothers, right? Now what I'm going to do with this superior female, now from this superior female I have actually removed, okay, the embryos, and because of this the superior female will not going to become, okay, pregnant. Now this superior female can be used for another round of super ovulation. So once this process is completed, again this superior female, okay, I'm going to inject this FSH like, okay, uh, activity hormone, and that again results in super ovulation, and the process is repeated. Again I will be choosing, okay, some other normal females who are at the same reproductive cycle as that of superior female, and I'm going to, okay, I'm going to introduce these embryos into them. So now at a time I can, make, many, females, okay, come to a stage of pregnancy, right? And then they all at a time can give rise to, the offspring. So with a short period of time, right, I can increase the number. So now here there are around, okay, 7 surrogate mothers, and now we get, right, 7, offspring, right? So of course here I mentioned 7, so you can take, okay, 8, one more also, no problem. As I mentioned, 6 to 8, we'll take here 8. So at a time, okay, 8 offspring will be born. So like this, okay, many females we can make them, okay, come to a stage of pregnancy and then give birth, okay, who are not actual, okay, mothers. Now this MOET already we have, okay, used on many other organisms, and we became successful in increasing their, okay, herd size, right? So this MOET technology, so MOET technique is already used, okay, on, so we have, as I told, many species, many organisms, many mammals we have used this, okay, and we have increased their, okay, herd size. Like as one I mentioned here, we already used to increase the herd size of, okay, cattle, right? And also we have increased the herd size of sheep, okay. Then we also used on rabbits, we also used on buffaloes, okay, and then even on mares, etc. Like this, there is a long list, right? So here the mares are adult female horses. So they are adult female horses. Now, right, so this MOET technique we have already used on some of these organisms, and okay, and we have increased their herd size, means their number we increased. So that's all about multiple ovulation embryo transfer.